I wanted to quickly do a video because I literally was watching this video about this woman. She was talking about like how she felt like she didn't have pretty privilege, and she felt like, it kind of sucks that she didn't have it, and like the situations and the experiences that have happened in her life because of this whole thing. So I first of all just want to say I'm not here to like support what she was saying. I'm not here to like be like, oh my god, yeah, pretty privilege and blah blah blah. I'm actually here to say the complete opposite. I feel like when you dedicate so much of your time thinking about how others behave towards other people in comparison to how they behave towards you, like you're just setting yourself up to be you're setting yourself up to feel less than. And I think that's something that a lot of women do, and that it's something that I feel like really needs to stop. And I don't know how many people are going to end up seeing this video. I don't really get a lot of views on my YouTube, but to me, that doesn't really matter. If you end up seeing this, then I hope that it helps you in some way, because I've almost reached a point where, and I've almost reached a point where I'm beginning to just want to tell people that they need to just stop giving a fuck about certain things, because it's killing you. Like, it's killing you to think about this shit and believe that it's actually real life. It's not real life. Pretty privilege is not real life. And yes, it's a part of life, but it's not all of life. Like, life has so many different dimensions to it. And, people who choose to focus on pretty privilege, like, it just shows me that you're actually not quite happy with who you are, or you're not happy with, like, the decisions that you've made, or whatever. You're just not happy about your life, bruv. No matter how much you might try and make it seem like, oh yeah, but but on the inside, I love myself, and yeah, and I want to, reflect this, but pretty privileged though. So you've just invalidated your whole self love thing, all to talk about pretty privilege, which isn't even a privilege at the end of the day. If you ask, dude, this is why I'm beginning to just want to tell people to stop giving a fuck and to just shut the fuck up. And just, if you just believe that you are beautiful, if you believe that there's nothing that is missing from you physically, if you believe, because I'm not talking about spiritual, like, well, I am. It kind of does blend into spiritual stuff, because to believe that you are beautiful, to believe that there's nothing wrong with um your body, your flesh, like, that comes from a form of spirituality, that comes from security of self, that comes from the belief that yes, you are an attractive being, you're physically and aesthetically pleasing, regardless as to what it is you look like in comparison to other people. So it's like, you have to believe that about yourself, and you will have pretty privilege. Pretty privilege isn't something that's just attached to people who are physically pretty. Pretty privilege is attached to people who believe that they are pretty. If you believe that you're pretty, you will receive pretty privilege. And like I was just saying earlier before I even got onto this, if you ask anybody who would say that they have pretty privilege, yeah, if you ask them what it's like to actually have it, they're not gonna tell you, like, not everybody's gonna tell you all the bad stuff that it comes with, because there's always two sides to everything. Like, well, I don't even want to say there's always two sides. There's always plenty of sides to one thing. Um, but in terms of pretty privilege, some people see it as a punishment, because they can never go into a place, go into a shop, go into anywhere, just have a normal regular shop, a normal regular experience without somebody harassing them, trying to get their number, stalking them, wanting to buy them drinks because they want something else. Like, a lot of stuff is transactional. People might send money to their accounts. People might be like, oh, you're so beautiful, oh, you're so this, oh, good morning, sending all this stuff, like, they get all the attention, but it comes with something. There's always something that these men want from them. So why would you wanna put yourself in a situation like that, knowing that you actually have more power and control not being a part of pretty privilege? Because even saying that you have pretty privilege, you're just attaching yourself to that type of man or woman, you know, like you're leaving yourself open for things that you probably don't even want anyway. Um, there was another thing I was going to say. Um, so in the video that I'd watched, I don't know if I'd already mentioned that I'd watched the video, which is why I'm even doing this video here. But in case I haven't said it, that's why. In the video that I'd watched, the girl makes mention of the fact that she put on all this makeup and stuff in order to go out and meet some friends. Goes into a bar, walks past a group of men. None of the men look at her. So in her head, she's thinking, first of all, she's not beautiful enough. Second of all, she's thinking, oh, do you know what? Let me try and rationalize this or intellectualize this. Maybe they're all, you know, married men and they've all just come out for a drink and they're just all chilling or whatever, and that's why they didn't look at me. So she's already rationalizing something that's kind of dumb in the first place. So then, I don't know how long the space was between then and her friend walking in, but her friend walks in and she's saying that, you know, her friend is of lighter skin, her friend is a black woman, but, you know, you can't really tell. She looks like she could pass as biracial or whatever. She's got curly hair, she had her hair in a ponytail or something like that. And then she said, you know, this woman walked past and all those men that didn't look at her before, like, were looking at her friend. And then she was like, yep, there it is. Like, that's pretty privilege. And in my head, I'm just like, this woman, and I feel sorry for her because I'm looking at her speaking about this stuff, and I'm just thinking to myself, this woman is so beautiful. Like, her skin looks amazing. Her glasses really suit her face. Her hair really suits her face. Like, I don't know what the rest of her body looks like, and to be honest, it doesn't matter. But my point is, she has such a nice face, nice teeth, nice smile, nice voice, like, you know, all these things about her that I consider to be beautiful. Like, she doesn't even see that about herself because she's so wrapped up in this whole pretty privilege thing that she thinks that only certain people who look a certain way are afforded a certain type of lifestyle. Now, it's different if you hopped on YouTube to say that you want this lifestyle, you want to be light skinned, you want to be, but that's not what she was saying. She's trying to make it seem like she doesn't want that, but at the same time, it sucks that she don't have it. So it's like you're just confused, bruv. And there's probably other women who feel that way, and that's why I'm even making this video. So it's just like, if you believe that you are beautiful, truly, without comparing yourself to anyone, without comparing yourself to other women who either you know or you don't know, if you're comparing how other men treat other women, then you're just like, you're already just you're signing, what's the word? You're setting yourself up for failure. You're setting yourself up to be the woman who will always feel like she's not deserving of this, that, and the third. To be the woman who always feels like she's not deserving of this type of attention or this type of clothing or this type of hotel or this type of money or this type, like you're lowering your value to you're lowering your value to make yourself visible to men who won't even give a fuck about you because all they care about is your looks anyway. Like, come on, we have to make it make sense. I would rather live in a world where pretty privilege, like, wasn't a thing because it's warping people's mind. This woman's in her late 30s, talking about this stuff, saying that she's literally just learned only like what, like maybe this year or something, this year or last year, that it's about her inner beauty. She was literally on YouTube saying that. And I'm not saying that to like insult her, but it's just crazy to me how deep this whole pretty privilege thing runs. I didn't even realize it until today. Like, I'm watching her video and thinking, I know that people talk about colorism, I know people talk about racism, but I didn't know pretty privilege was that deep to some women. Do you know what I mean? I didn't know it was that deep. So yeah, I just feel like you have to like talk about these kind of things and let people know that there's other things that you need to put your mind to and concentrate on, because if you're concentrating on bullshit like that, then you're always going to be in a situation of like comparing yourself to someone else or wondering why you don't receive this kind of treatment or sitting in the looking in the mirror thinking, oh yeah, like, you know, it's because of the way I look, or oh, it's because I'm not this. No, it's because of what you're thinking about yourself. It's because of what you believe about yourself. I've seen people who other people wouldn't consider as attractive, and to me they're so beautiful because of how they exude charisma, how they make people laugh, how they smile, you know, the things that they talk about, the things that's on their mind, the way that they dance, the way that they walk, the way that they make their money. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, it's not just about it's not about looks, and the more you make it about looks, you're just cursing yourself. You're cursing yourself and blocking opportunities from coming to you, because in your mind you're like, well, this is what it is. Okay, well then, sis, that it is what it is then, isn't it?